Hi Virgo, I am back with your reading for love. Could be for June, but if you're not watching this in June, that's totally fine. I'm not gonna title this like a June love reading because I just believe that energy is fluid, it's not linear, so I ain't gonna treat it like it's linear because I don't believe in that. Ooh, you know what's interesting? I tried doing your reading earlier, but it was just not the right, I was trying to film it, and sometimes as a reader, if anybody watching this also reads tarot, you'll probably be able to relate to it. I get moments sometimes when I'm reading and I just stare at the cards and I just stare at them and just nothing's coming through. Usually when I'm anxious about something else or I'm thinking about something else. So, and I'm not able to be fully present with the cards. So earlier, that's kind of what was happening. It's 4 minutes in, I haven't done anything. I have barely even talked. So, I did talk, but not about tarot. So, yeah, it was just a mess of a video. So I just stopped filming it. I went, got into changed out of my work clothes and put my hair up, and I feel a lot better. So but where I was going with all of that is that earlier when I did your reading, the first 3 cards that I got in this reading came out in your previous reading. So that is interesting. But the other cards are different though. So, yeah. The Chariot, the Knight of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, Princess of Swords reversed, the 6 of Wands reversed, 7 of Wands reversed, the Empress, and the World. Bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Wands. Let me show you that. That's the Knight of Wands in this deck. Okay, so thank you for bearing with me. This is a new deck for me, so I'm I don't know. I'm still familiarizing myself with it, and yeah, it's got the princesses and the princes. And yeah, so seeing for a lot of you, you're kind of feeling very ready to take action, but at the same time, you feel very protective of yourself and everything that you have built for yourself. So you see yourself as the Empress, like the divine feminine. You're very sensitive, empathic, very nurturing, caring. And I feel like a lot of you are ready to put yourself out there, but you know your worth. You know that you are only going to accept into your energy what is matching you or elevating you. So I feel like there have been some nights coming in and it just didn't work out and didn't fall through because like you're being very kind of cutthroat is the word that comes to mind. Like you're pretty clear on what it is that you want and don't want, and whatever doesn't resonate with you don't hesitate to walk away from situations that you know are not serving you. So there's, see for you, okay. What is the Six of Wands, Seven of Wands about? I think some of you have found like a winner. Like I think some of you have been in like the dating world for a while now and you're looking for your Emperor. Like there's I don't know what, the Empress is here and you are looking, you know, there's the Empress and like the tarot and the Emperor, and you know you're the Empress, but the Empress is kind of like the highest, like a very high vibrating, like feminine energy. Like we all have a feminine and masculine within us, but the Empress is like our feminine side, and I feel like you are more like feminine, like you're more like motherly, nurturing, caring, for maybe like reserved. And something that I've heard about the Empress that like or not the Empress, the feminine, that I thought was like very valuable information was, you know, the feminine receives. The feminine does not, like, the feminine is not, you know, okay. Males or like masculine, but I'm talking like biological, because I know people identify as different things, and like there's like same-sex relationships, like fully aware, but I'm just talking biologically. Males kind of like roles, like traditional, but not even traditionally. I'm talking about like in science, like biology. And also, I don't know what I'm talking about, so like take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert on any of this stuff, like I need to say that. This is just stuff I've heard and I'm like repeating it now, and I'm just like a gal who is like a teen, like an adult. I'm not a teenager. Who's like a very young adult and knows nothing. So keep that in mind. But I've heard that males they don't love females for what they do for them. They love females. The more that a male loves a female, that's what makes him love her. It's not when a female does things for a man that makes him fall in love with her. It's when he does things for her. So a female receives. The female is not, the feminine energy is not about doing things. it's not about, it's about being able to receive. So that's something, like, it's interesting because if you think of, like, you know, masculine and feminine energy, masculine energy exerts out and female energy is the receptor, like receives. And like in astrology it's like what is it? Negative, positive. That's what I'm going with this. So yes, I think that a rebalancing and like realizing some of you might be more comfortable with like giving than receiving. So maybe working on receiving, because somebody wants to take actions towards you. It's a fire sign or like a fiery person. So like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like your job right now is just to receive. Sorry, one second. It's just to receive, because either somebody is here wanting to give to you, and you might be blocking them. You might not be receiving 100% of what this person is trying to give to you. I guess so. Yeah, because I was just hearing this like Ariana Grande song, and I can't think of the name because I was trying to think of it in the beginning of the reading, and it was like distracting me from reading the cards. But oh my god, it's not. I'll think of it. But there's a lyric in it, and it says, "I want to give it to you." So that's what's like playing in my ear, and it's very relevant to the things that I'm saying in this reading right now. God, I wish I could tell you that Ariana Grande song. I think it's Successful. Yeah, Successful. Because I was just listening to it, so it makes sense why it's like stuck in my head, but it's probably relevant to your reading because it did just pop in my head right as I was doing your reading. So Successful by Ariana Grande. That could be like a good, this is a good song anyway. Like I like listening to music that has like very positive lyrics to it because it helps me like feel more confident. So that could be a good song for you to check out. Virgos, you guys are great. Usually love Virgos, although every sign just depends on the person, I guess, but Virgos are generally cool, I would say. So